Hola, buenas, aquí es Cool y volvemos con otro capítulo más de Disco Elysium. Chicos, seguimos donde lo habíamos dejado en el capítulo anterior, continuamos aquí con nuestras últimas investigaciones, vamos a ver qué tal se nos da. Y nada, no me enrollo, gente. Recordad que viene de un directo, esto que hago, que los directos son de lunes a jueves por la tarde. Y nada, vamos al lío, gente. Vámonos, chicos. Tenemos bastantes ítems de salud, así que me piro ya.
Once you get in, that's it.
Una vez subas, no habrá marcha
Whatever
atrás.
this, remember what the nitpicker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What? Fine, why not?
Very cool. Now, Sad FM is a radio station.
Venga, vámonos. El tío ahí con la radio en los hombros mientras el otro conduce. Maravilloso. Bueno, gente, pues vamos ahora a la zona final del juego. No sé si seguir hoy o seguir ya mañana, porque nos queda toda esa zona por pasarnos y creo que es un buen momento para dejarlo ahora aquí el juego y jugamos a otra cosa ahora un rato o lo que sea. ¿Se puede saltar esto o qué? Qué fuerte, ¿eh? A ver, el juego está muy guapo, ¿eh? El juego está muy guapo. Pero es denso. Es un juego para jugarlo chill. Yo creo que para jugarlo en streaming, aquí, en plan nosotros y tal, no se le saca tanto partido. No es divertido para vosotros, yo creo, este juego. En algún momento llegaremos, ¿no? A la isla. Si no, sigo un ratillo, ¿eh? Tampoco yo creo que pase nada. Venga, va, vamos a seguir un rato, gente. Si es que así, si seguimos un rato, mañana ya podemos echar una partidilla a otra cosa.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The loot in the silence. A sputter.
Let's go.
Vale.
The chain trails off into the ocean.
Ah, yes. So it's him for bringing munitions.
As a defensive measure, locking off that side of the bay.
Bloquear la bahía. ¿Bloquearla para quién? Para los enemigos, amigo. Esos neumáticos se caen a pedazos. Tienen 50 años. Un combustible. Atención inflamable. Mazut en el aire. No hay manera de subir, no hay escaleras. Vale, pues por aquí, gente. Cuidado, las escaleras se están desplomando.
The lieutenant puts his hand on the...
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
The lieutenant assists you. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder, and the recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old...
Teníamos gasolina, gente.
Downstairs, somewhere?
The tank is... This old cylinder...
Camisa de Faln. Chicos, vamos a hacernos toda la equipa, ¿eh? Tenemos ya todo. Esto. Esto. Y los pantalones Faln. Ahí tenemos.
Oh, glorious Falnir. You wear the full set like a true born hero. The ultimate performance of fun flows in you. You are literally untouchable. Go on. The fuck.
Velas.
Books and magazines. Most among.
Someone's made themselves.
Alguien ha hecho este sitio su hogar.
Oh yes, under the bed. There is a rather extensive...
Mira, Kim, poderosa teoría comunista.
Yeah.
Your wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
Well, yes. That one student.
The little books seem inconsequential.
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain...
Interesting. Soft covers. There's a greasy...
Someone has been squatting here.
Alguien ha estado ocupando este lugar. ¿Hace cuánto?
Force the rest of...
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what? Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later.
You don't have to be a...
Vale, gente. A ver, a mí me interesa... La bufanda también me la pongo, ¿no? A ver. Tenemos por aquí...
Green paint flicks off, the keys rattle.
The console of an anti-computation device. I think, yes. Let's see. That one.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle, a dim ambient orange. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Vale, por aquí es por donde tenemos que ir.
A sudden...
After you. I don't know. Don't be. I have a gun. I know. It was...
Voy a salir por aquí, ¿vale?
A strange feeling. Looking in the still islets and posts. Yes. Oh, no. Perhaps there's someone.
Vale.
There's a rain soaked.
B triple prime.
A single and an empty can of beans on the ground. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter.
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there...
There's a firing slit in quite old and grimy. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress. Trepidation. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in a towering skyscraper. The red chimney and collapse. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck.
Lo pillamos.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to do? I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle. The shooter would be prone.
Cheek against the cheek rest. Hand on the hair trigger.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
Más vale tarde que nunca.
Nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
He looks north, over the foot. He's conflicted for a second.
Where?
En la isla.
He does not answer. He feels.
We should move now.
Te sientes observado. Te vigilan, aunque no sabes desde dónde. ¡Ostras! Ojito. Oyes agua correr muy abajo. La cabezada a paso. No es momento de dormir, gente. Un bote neumático desinflado. Pequeñas flores blancas florecen a tu alrededor. Vale, gente. Ya le veo. Vamos al lío. Vale. ¿Qué subimos? Sugestión. Y hablar con él.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hey,
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. All sorts.
the position.
Fire guy. My eyesight?
A shudder of disgust.
I did. And you open... I should have burned that console. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets.
¿Es una belma grave?
It's a 3-angong.
A samurai rifle.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball. Yes. I bet you've... Have you come to me? Me?
We have come to ask you questions, nothing more. If you do not comply, we will take you in.
The danger levels here are hard to read.
Señor, somos policías. He de pedirle que baje el arma para que podamos hablar.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from...
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding...
No. Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me.
¿Vas a volarme los sesos antes de hacerme ninguna
To
pregunta?
hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
His gaze follows your motion, still warm from his... The rifle's in a shabby state. Like a crack on the butt, you see Vespertine writing.
No one said it has to be a Belma grave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a triangle.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. Oh, the right type and the right calibre.
He's liking this.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man doesn't. The old man keeps following your motion. This looked very much...
¿Quién es usted?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political commissar. I am a deserter.
Un desertor.
Notre Vachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen.
51 minus...
¿Llevan esta isla 43 años?
No. I've been on other islands too.
También he estado en
I
otras
was in
islas.
Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socio... A second is all for reaction to take hold.
No fue reacción, fue puro miedo.
It's the same thing.
And this was when?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world.
Está hablando de la guerra que ya hemos visto en otros sitios, o sea, en otros capítulos, que había ocurrido alrededor de la ciudad, porque hay restos y vestigios de linchamientos, balas en las paredes.
A terrible shame still within him.
No fuiste a la sala de mapas.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and
Sí.
hid inland.
Un desertor se escondió.
Multi-rope.
Aerostatics. The landing, they'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above.
Todo el mundo murió y él
The
sobrevivió.
mask of humanity fall from and then you see it as it strangles and beats your friends to death.
Y después de toda esa experiencia se dio cuenta
Are not human.
de que los burgueses no son humanos.
I had
Yo no digo nada, le dejo
I
terminar.
had to fight it. I had to never stop.
¿Cómo has sobrevivido durante este tiempo?
How does anyone survive?
Robando. Esa es una elección. Podría haberse hecho autónomo.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red.
Se está muriendo, está escupiendo sangre.
The RCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy gun. There's nothing I haven't. I have holes in my brain.
Tiene lagunas en su cabeza, años perdidos.
I don't even know what. Inferno.
Te das cuenta de que está a punto de decir algo el teniente. Vamos a dejarle.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live.
Traitors. It's better alone. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
¿Cómo se ha
It
ocultado?
was hard in the Thames.
There were posters.
We communards still hoped. And they needed to snuff that. And others too. Some cordons of revolution at night. I used
Por la noche, se movía por la noche, escondiéndose durante todo este tiempo. Les estaba buscando a ellos, a él en concreto,
from bunker to bunker.
entre
Not
búnkers.
anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. So you finally found it. I'm useless now.
So you've been there.
Sleeping.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker.
They stored leaflets there. A lot of our boys did. I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too.
The old man looks across.
Ha dicho que esta es su rendición incondicional.
RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois moral. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this. Take me to them as a prisoner of war.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reactionaries signed that in.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
he just wipes the blood from his chin.
Comprendo.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer trained in historical materialism.
The old man does.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the
Scientific communism.
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
A decir verdad, la política me da igual.
Lumpen with a gun.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit.
It's not an island. What? 43 years and 10 months.
Vaya
It's not
locura.
how it-
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Two police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic May, patrol officer Judith Minot, points west. The fishing village. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering.
Always waiting. For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Lo he visto con mis propios ojos. La capital es demasiado poderosa, los ricos están muy bien organizados. Las mujeres siempre terminarán traicionándolo a uno. ¿Por qué no? He estado allí, la ciudad es un polvorín. Aún puede suceder. Vengo de allí. Le aseguro que eso no es lo que la gente tiene en mente.
It won't. The material base for an uprising and the historic opportunity for a revolution has passed.
What has
Y él dice que no, que ya no va a suceder.
Will lighten the load.
Yes, what? To get things going again? Fan the flame?
There is no flame to fan. There's nothing serious in this world.
¿Para qué estaba utilizando el arma?
For killing people.
Para matar gente.
Here we go. A trail of blood.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defend. I've used it to...
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities end. Go in straight. No euphemism. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
I don't want to tell you anything.
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me. I'm wrong all the time. Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you.
Utilizó ese arma para dar muerte a un coronel de la contratista de seguridad.
Who now? Oh yes, that one.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else?
Necesitas al menos 3 pruebas para demostrar que lo tienes por los huevos. Su resistencia es inútil.
Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are...
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition.
It's a real gun. Not like you look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons?
Damn. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. So he saw you.
Salvamos a muchos, a Alain y al el músico.
Don't let it divert you.
Deja de marear la perdiz. Tenemos el arma homicida.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
¿Crees que tenemos el arma homicida?
.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this, when you have the murder weapon.
Murder.
This pushed him.
Hemos hecho el análisis balístico. El disparo se produjo desde esta isla.
Saw you poking around there. Look,
You had direct visibility.
Había visibilidad directa, bla bla
You've
bla.
been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need me.
Y necesita atención médica.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybell. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary. Wait, don't forget the footprints. You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul.
Damn Maybells.
He seems tender suddenly.
So many this
Este es el
year,
único
too.
sitio en Tamartinis en el que he visto estas flores.
They blossom on the islet, the coast.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know?
I may. Class.
He repeats the name with care, as if he knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
My ears don't reach with the victim.
Don't leave any loose ends.
Me preguntaba de qué marca son las zapatillas que calza.
Show me the souls, please, Mr.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sensory. You see their V-shaped look. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Simpler? No. This is another loose. The lieutenant raises. What are you doing? He's not now. Stop your...
People change shoes, detective. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance? preparing the scene?
Trying to rack your brains.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Era un asesino, pero seguía estando bajo la protección de la ley. Él también era un soldado, un hombre.
Beating us to the ground. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now...
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to her. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
A sentir.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death. And that stupid look on his face. Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it anyway. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is, you can coax it out of him.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always looking.
Es un voyeur, gente. Siempre está mirando a través de la mira telescópica.
A rifle scope has the best.
Helps him see all the
And if you don't like it,
click.
then you pull the trigger?
Yes.
You got him going. Connect every little piece. Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to ramble.
¿Has visto algo más que no le haya gustado?
Comedy. Specifically, the whole city is a channel. Because of the racists, everyone is a pump full of... Yes, the fly larva in his container. Not since the serfs of ancient Intense, like animals. Like those boom. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. The worst is that old cock parading around it. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are. That's all the rich really want. Sex. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only
Another.
disappointment. So personal.
That deformed toad, that mob's...
He's been sweet-talked by this Edgar. They must have met in person for such animosity.
You can't live alone.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without...
Of course. Don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
I haven't a...
How did he know you were?
He didn't just step right. I was right about one of those things. 20 years...
That's around the time.
Edgar never trust a social... Let me...
They let him.
¿Mató al mercenario de Krenel para los Claire para iniciar una
I'm
revuelta?
not doing anything for that swamp.
Again? What have you...
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics.
Okay, he didn't do the hang the man for them.
Horse.
¿Cuál era el trato entre Edgar y él?
The connection comes to you. He acknowledges.
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was... And money.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him. Tempered by some...
Called in, they say.
No, that's not quite it.
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is.
Because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her she was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. All I know is...
Another big spike of rage. Different from the one he has.
Nothing changed. Not in the material base. Not in the hegemony.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the... If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian.
Come on, just a little. You're buddies.
Muy bien, pero yo lo sé.
All you know is I saw it happen, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. Her plump body, bobbing up and...
The same old. There is plenty here to work with once he's in custody. And the lieutenant.
Every fuck royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click. I remember him. That one, fat and plump, like he was...
Hay que dejarle hablar, o sea, la clave de esta parte es dejarle hablar.
It borders on longing.
Not yet.
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him.
Hearing it may destabilize him.
René ha muerto, murió de avanzada edad hace un par de días.
No.
¿Sí?
I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dras. I understand.
They're all dead now. Fuck.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these up.
And I blew them all.
He reminded him of himself. The same hatred. The same. You try to...
Fuck you. You think I haven't seen people?
He's not okay.
Glad we talked about what? Three
Joyce. He means...
wrinkled up whore. Yes, they moved. I've seen fairly. I could see they've returned. Them, jealous, and I. That's a.
This man is... And now he longs to see her. To punish her.
Since she came to Martinez,
Past the Fell building on a ghost.
hiding something. Her passport. After she was.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found it,
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back.
This implies that he's also a little inconsistency here.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers. It didn't say Clausia in there. It was something. I did. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run.
Una espía a la fuga era, la rubia.
Capital now. All the bagmen.
you could tell she was a spook? From
She had different color hair on the photo. And glasses. Forged.
The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of her
Did you make that hole?
with a clip point knife. Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass. I've been through all of Martinez. Yes, that too. You turn
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant. One more loose end down.
How did you get in there? The hidden pin will work.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an anti-so.
You had to open the steel door?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know. She practically...
Wiley stands here and rots.
You're delusional. The world is insane. There's...
The coals of...
Man needs to feel something else. No, I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying. The day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things. Maybe...
A sudden
Él
pang
llevó las flores.
if
Perfecto.
you came 10 years ago.
in the silence. The lieutenant draws one more down.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Descubre el motivo. Gente, lo tenemos.
That's it. Motive.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days. Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this light. She'd look at night, crying.
Across the water, on a dilapidated jetty in a nameless village, made of grey cinder block houses. He's there, doing what exactly I don't know. Satellite Officer Vicmair, point. Special Consultant Heidelstein is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee and talk. As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. The old man has fallen silent, staring at your feet. The burnt logs in the fire. His lip curls into a sneer.
Glad we talked about what?
Vamos a ver si sale esto.
For a 60-year-old man, he's prone to erratic hand gestures and clearly malnourished. But that's it. You can
Compostura.
I ain't got...
Compostura, gente. Compostura. Hay que subir la compostura. ¿Dónde está? Vale. ¿Esto me quita compostura, algo de esto? Esto me quita compostura. Vale. Compostura... ¿Esto? No. Vale, vamos allá.
The old man stares despondently at the logs. What strikes you about this gaunt
Está
man?
sorprendentemente bien.
He speaks fluidly.
Animado,
It's a
¿por qué?
mystery.
Demencia.
You've seen demented people before.
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane...
There it is again. Erratic hand motions.
Vale, y Lev Lilionovich Dross queda detenido por el asesinato de Ellis Cortenaer.
But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the reed.
Maybe we could all fit in there. Actually, no. Not really. We could escort...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
This is no harmless old man.
Y bueno, gente, pues nada, hasta aquí, lo dejamos ya, que llevamos tiempo suficiente. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Si es así, como siempre, dadle al like y mañana nos vemos con más. Chao.